Hello and welcome to the Outdoor Cooking Man YouTube channel where we cook stuff outdoors. In this video, I'm actually going to cook a evening meal for my wife and 3 kids, twin 7-year-olds and a 4-year-old. What we're doing is we're doing smash burgers and we're doing French fries, as you can see. And I actually like to cook this little fajita mix and put it on my burgers as well. So what you're going to see throughout this video is you're going to see a time lapse of me cooking this evening meal. It took about 45 minutes to cook this in totality, but I shortened it down to about 10 minutes. So this is a relatively easy cook. This video actually features a calamity of errors, which you'll see here. In fact, I put down the French fries without putting down the olive oil, which I usually do first, and actually ran out of propane. As you can see me here changing it. And so I actually ran into a few issues getting started with this, and so that kind of made things last a little bit longer than usual. But the way that I do this is I put the French fries on first because they take forever to cook, and I'm actually cooking everything on high heat right now, and it still takes a while for the French fries to cook. And so, like I said, this video took about 45 minutes, but I really cut it down to 10 so that you could see the highlights. And right here, you just see the French fry cooking. And the way that I do this, obviously, is I'll put down the French fries first, and then I'll put some seasoning salt on there, and then I'll also put on oil over the top to help it cook a little bit better. And then also, as you can see, I've got some fajita mix that I really like to put on just about everything. And what I'll do actually last is I'll put on smash burgers last. And the way that I do smash burgers is a little bit different than what you see here on YouTube. Most people will, I think they'll cook it at like medium heat. I like cooking mine at high heat, and you'll see how I do it in just a moment. But what we'll do is we'll let this play just a little bit, and then I'll come back to you once I have a little bit more updated information. But you can see that this really it's one of those things where it just requires patience and watching over it. All right, so one thing that I recommend that you do is spread out your French fries so that they're all touching the griddle. One of the mistakes that you can make is letting French fries lay on top of each other. The ones that lay on top of other ones don't cook as well, but yeah, I certainly recommend that. All right, here at this point, you can see that the fajita vegetable mix is fully cooked. And so one thing that I noticed with my Blackstone is that it gets really hot towards the back. and really cool towards the front. So whenever I'm done cooking with something and I don't want to take it off, I'll just move it all towards the front. It's still on low heat, but I'll just move it towards the front so that it can still stay warm, but not necessarily be cooking. But you can see those fries are really starting to come in, and they actually tasted really good. I like my fries crispy to the point where they're just a little bit before blackened or burnt. But you can see here, really cool, really easy. So at this point, you see that the supervisor comes out and she monitors the French fries here, just making sure everything looks good. But the star of the show is coming up in just a moment with the with the smash burgers. But the supervisor gave it the okay for me to continue on and to move on to the next step. Also, I did remove the fajita mix, and I just put that in the oven to let it continue to stay warm. The oven wasn't actually on, but the star of the show, like I said, is coming up in just a moment. Alright, so the way that I cook my smash burgers is I actually will grab a 1/4 cup measuring spoon or measuring utensil, and I'll just make little circles out of that. You want to make sure that you are loosely tightening those balls, and then I just put them right on the grill, smash them down for about 10 seconds with that flat iron. One thing that I like to do, which really helps a lot, is have a barrier, which is parchment paper that I was using there. Have a barrier between the thing that you're smashing them down and the actual burger so it doesn't come apart. Then these cook really fast. So you want to make sure that you are on top of your game, have everything lined up so that you aren't missing out and things don't get overcooked. But the kids really like the cheese on there. As you can see, I think I did maybe 10 or 15 smash burgers. Now, what you'll see with the smash burgers is actually 2 pounds, and you want to make sure that you are using lean 80% by 20% with regard to the hamburgers, because that's what cooks the best on the Blackstone Griddle. As you can see here, just remove the French fries, let the last couple cook, and they taste really good. You want to make sure that you also have holes in your burgers. You don't want it too tight because you won't get the holes and then you won't get the smash burger effect. And then I finish off, as you can see here, with some hamburger buns. Those are brioche buns. Those actually taste really good with smash burgers. And then what I do is I'll put a couple smash burgers on each bun, and then just like that, you're up and away. It tasted amazing like always. And then the final step is to clean it off. And I always like to end my cook how I start my cook how I end my cook, with a clean slate and then some olive oil just to kind of protect it when I'm ready to go. Hey, this was the Outdoor Cooking Man. Thanks for cooking. Thanks for watching, I should say. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.